All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Gunmala Kapoor. The headlines. Government hikes minimum support price of kharif crops for the 2019-20 season. Economic survey to be tabled in Parliament today. Maharashtra government announces SIT probe into Tiware Dam breach incident in Ratnagiri district. Jagannath Rath Yatra begins today at Puri in Odisha. And in cricket, England reached semifinals of the ICC World Cup, beating New Zealand by 119 runs. In a major boost to the income of farmers, the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs has approved an increase in the minimum support price, MSP, of all kharif crops for the 2019-20 season. Briefing reporters in New Delhi after the Cabinet meeting, Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar said the move will lead to increased investment and production through assured remunerative prices to farmers. He said the MSP of paddy has been increased by 65 rupees per quintal, jowar by 120 rupees and ragi by 253 rupees per quintal. He said the MSP of tur has been raised by 125 rupees, moong by 75 rupees and urad pulses have been raised by 100 rupees per quintal.
सामान्य धान ये 18-19 में
MSP of normal paddy, which was 1,750 rupees per quintal in 18-19, has been raised to 1,815 rupees per quintal for 19-20. MSP of paddy grade A has been increased by 3.7% to 1,835 rupees per quintal. MSP of hybrid jowar has been hiked by 4.9% to 2,550 rupees per quintal.
इसमें भी 4.9% की वृद्धि है.
The minister said the MSPs of soybean is increased by 311 rupees, sunflower by 262 rupees and sesamum by 236 rupees per quintal, which is a major step towards increasing the income of farmers. The increase in MSP for kharif crops for the 2019-20 season is in line with the principle of fixing the MSP at a level of at least 1.5 times the All India weighted average cost of production, which was announced in the Budget 2018-19. The Economic Survey 2018-19 will be presented in Parliament today. Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will table the survey in both houses. More from our correspondent.
The economic survey is presented a day before the union budget. It gives the status of the annual economic development of the country. The survey also highlights policy initiatives of the government and a roadmap to further boost the economy. It also carries sectoral overviews and comments on reform measures that are required. The survey also consists of detailed statistical data that covers macro and sectoral aspects of the Indian economy. With Dipendra Kumar, Anupamish, AI News, Delhi.
Finance Minister Mrs. Sitharaman will present the Union Budget in the Lok Sabha tomorrow. This will be the first budget of the Narendra Modi government after assuming office for the second time. The News Services Division of All India Radio will bring you day-long special programs on Union Budget 2019-20 to be presented in the Lok Sabha tomorrow. Tune in to our YouTube channel, News on AIR Official, from 10:10 a.m. for a pre-budget discussion, live relay of the Finance Minister's speech, special budget bulletins and post-budget discussions with eminent experts in our studio. Follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts and on our official Facebook page, All India Radio News, for quick news updates round the clock. Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has said that the government will bring in more provisions to regulate the operations of drones, especially in no-go areas. Replying to supplementaries in the Rajya Sabha, Mr. Puri said the government has already introduced the Civil Aviation Regulation in 2018 and in the coming months it will bring in more regulations for the operation of drones. The minister said the government is aware of the kind of security threats that drones can pose. The Maharashtra government has announced a probe by a special investigation team, SIT, into the breach in Tiware Dam in Ratnagiri district. The dam in Chiplun Tehsil developed a breach late Tuesday night, leading to flooding of 7 downstream villages. State Water Resources Minister Girish Mahajan said that the SIT will probe the allegation that officials neglected repeated complaints about the leaks from the dam. He said strict action will be taken against those responsible. The houses which were washed away will be reconstructed in 4 months, he told reporters after visiting the dam site. He also announced that the kin of the deceased will be given 5 lakh rupees. The minister said, as per a preliminary report, the dam developed a breach due to heavy rain in the adjoining Satara district. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. The Jagannath Rath Yatra will begin today at Puri in Odisha. Lakhs of people will converge to witness Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra and Devi Subhadra riding 3 giant wooden chariots which are pulled by devotees as they travel to Gundicha temple. More from our correspondent.
The day attracts lots of devotees to Puri as the lords appear for public. At this moment, ceremonial rituals are going on inside the temple. After some time, servitors will bring the idol of the lords out of the temple in a procession and place them in the decorated chariots. In the afternoon, 3 chariots will be pulled to Gundicha temple where deities enjoy 9-day stay. The state administration has made elaborate arrangements for smooth and peaceful conduct of the festival. Tapan Maharana, AIR News, Kotak.
In Gujarat, the 142nd annual Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath begins this morning in Ahmedabad amidst tight security arrangements. Union Home Minister Amit Shah, along with family members, participated in the Mangal Aarti this morning. Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani has performed the Pahin ritual, the symbolic path cleaning with a golden broom at the Lord Jagannath temple before the start of the procession. More from our correspondent.
In keeping with the century-old tradition, decorated elephants have the first glimpse of Lord Jagannath, who led the procession along the 14-kilometer-long traditional route. The procession comprises 18 decorated elephants, 100 trucks with various exhibits, 30 religious congregations, 18 singing troops, along with 3 chariots. It will pass through sensitive areas such as Jamalpur, Kalupur, Delhi Chakla, Daryapur and Sahpur in the old city before coming back to the temple by late evening. Tight security arrangements have been made to maintain law and order situation. Yogesh Pandya, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
In Bangladesh, the Rath Yatra festival is being celebrated in many parts of the country. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Rath Yatra is a major festival in Bangladesh which marks the long multicultural and multi-religious nature of Bangladesh society. The Rath Yatra is an ancient tradition in Bangladesh that draws thousands of devotees. In Dhaka, ISKCON is organizing a 9-day program to celebrate Rath Yatra, which includes recitation of Bhagavad Gita, singing of kirtans and distribution of prasad. Other parts of country also celebrate Rath Yatra today. Rajesh Jha, AIR News, Dhaka.
President Ram Nath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have greeted the people on the occasion. Minority Affairs Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi flagged off the first batch of Hajj pilgrims from the Indira Gandhi International Airport in New Delhi yesterday. 419 Hajj pilgrims, including 202 women, left from Delhi in the first flight. These Hajj pilgrims are from Aligarh, Agra, Meerut, Rampur and Bulandshahr in Uttar Pradesh. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Naqvi said, for the first time, a record number of 2 lakh Indian Muslims are going for Hajj this year without any subsidy. He said the honest and transparent system developed by the government has ensured that even after removal of Hajj subsidy, there is no unnecessary financial burden on the Hajj pilgrims.
I congratulate all those going to perform Hajj this year. For the first time, more than 2 lakh Indian Muslims are going to Hajj without any subsidy. E-visa has also been provided for the first time.
A total of 2,340 Muslim women from the country will go for Hajj without Mehram this year, while 1,180 women had performed Hajj last year without Mehram. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has announced an ex gratia of 2 lakh rupees each for the families of those killed in the Banjar bus accident. A financial help of 50,000 rupees has also been sanctioned for each of the injured in the accident. An official spokesperson said that the ex gratia was sanctioned out of the Prime Minister's National Relief Fund. An overloaded private bus had fallen into a deep gorge near Banjar in Himachal Pradesh's Kullu district on June the 20th, in which about 45 persons were killed and 33 injured. The Centre and the Jammu and Kashmir governments are focused on taking forward various initiatives on economic development, welfare and governance to the stakeholders from every section of society, including the poorest of the poor, the marginalized and the destitute. A report.
Accelerating development, good governance, inclusive growth for all communities are the key targets that are being pursued for tangible results on ground. The state administration is steadily working on achieving improvements in all the centrally sponsored major flagship programs, including Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana and Ayushman Bharat. The government is focusing on completion of major development projects under Prime Minister's development package of over rupees 80,000 crores in a time-bound manner. 82% funds have already been sanctioned for 63 projects that includes 2 AIIMS, 2 IIMs, ring roads in Jammu and Srinagar, besides tourism, health and power projects. Tariq Rathar, AIR News, Srinagar.
Pakistani authorities have booked 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks mastermind Hafiz Saeed and 12 of his accomplices for terror financing. Pakistan's Counter-Terrorism Department, CTD, said in a statement that Jamaat-ud-Dawa chief and his aides used 5 trusts to raise funds for terror financing. It said 23 cases have been registered in Lahore, Gujranwala and Multan for collection of funds for terror financing through assets made and held in the names of trusts including Al-Anfal, Dawatul Irshad and Maz bin Jubal. And now news from the ICC Cricket World Cup.
England reached semi-finals after defeating New Zealand by 119 runs at the Chestersley Street last night. New Zealand was all out at 186 runs in 45 overs. England entered the World Cup semi-final for the first time since 1992 edition. From England side, Mark Wood took 3 wickets in 9 overs. Early electing to bat first, England scored 305 for 8 in the stipulated 50 overs. J.M. Raystoff's top scorer with 106 runs off 99 balls became the first English batsman to score back-to-back hundreds in the World Cup. Today, Afghanistan will take on West Indies at Fleet at 3 p.m. Sanjeev Jasrotia, AIR News.
And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Abhishek Kumar.
Thank you, Gunmala. Rahul Gandhi's public assertion yesterday that he has resigned as Congress president is covered by most papers this morning. Rahul Gandhi formally quits as party chief, makes letter public, is the Hindu top headline. Government clears wage code in new wave of labour reforms, is the top headline of the Hindustan Times. Signalling its intent to reform India's labour policies, the Union Cabinet on Wednesday cleared this long-awaited second-generation code on wages bill. Take Krantikari budget to masses, PM tells OBC members of Parliament, headlines the Asian Age. The Prime Minister told parliamentarians yesterday that the coming Union budget would be a revolutionary one and that they need to take it to the people, particularly in rural areas. The Tribune writes that the NDA cabinet yesterday cleared a bill to prohibit commercial surrogacy in India, allowing only altruistic and ethical surrogacy to needy, infertile married Indian couples, including NRIs. And finally, the Hindu informs us that state of Jammu and Kashmir will host its first ever Investor Summit in September-October this year in Srinagar to attract investment and to counter perceptions about the state. Its strongest points being tourism, horticulture and handicrafts. And with that, it's back to you, Gunmala.
Thank you, Abhishek. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Government hikes minimum support price of kharif crops for the 2019-20 season. Economic survey to be tabled in Parliament today. Maharashtra government announces SIT probe into Tiware Dam breach incident in Ratnagiri district. Jagannath Rath Yatra begins today at Puri in Odisha. And in cricket, England reached semifinals of the ICC World Cup, beating New Zealand by 119 runs. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.com. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a great day.